In this video, we will demonstrate an induction welded installation for IKO Commercial's Innovi TPO Single-Ply membrane. This training video is for general educational purposes only, intended for the exclusive use of professional roofers skilled in the installation of commercial roofing materials. This video is not intended to replace in-person training, manufacturer's installation and product directions, or the professional judgment to be exercised by the roofing contractor with respect to a particular project. Actual conditions encountered during installation may vary. By providing this video, IKO assumes no responsibility for quality of installation or workmanship, building code compliance, or job safety. IKO Commercial's Innovi TPO Single-Ply membrane features matrix performance weathering technology. This advanced thermoplastic polyolefin formulation utilizes breakthrough chemistry that underlies IKO Innovi TPO's ability to withstand ultraviolet and harsh climate conditions. IKO Innovi TPO is flexible and has excellent lay-flat characteristics, greatly enhancing the installation process with exceptional weldability within wide temperature windows. Please visit IKO.com/COMM for more details about these and other IKO commercial products. Installing IKO's Innovi TPO membrane using the induction welding process can be completed faster and with fewer crew members than traditional methods like mechanically attached or adhesive-based installations, resulting in reduced labor costs and installation time. Induction welded membranes can also provide outstanding resistance to wind uplift forces, making this installation method an ideal choice for buildings in wind-prone areas. Always follow local safety requirements when working with these types of products. We will be installing the Innovi TPO single-ply membrane over IKOTherm polyisocyanurate foam insulation. IKOTherm is a rigid board stock foam insulation with high thermal properties to help reduce heating and cooling costs. Lightweight and easy to handle, IKOTherm polyiso insulation is designed to be part of a single-ply roof system. We will begin by installing the Innovi Weld TPO induction plates. Use an adjustable clutch or depth sensing drill rather than a standard single-speed drill. The plates will need to be snug but not too tight. The best way to test this is to try and spin the plate. A properly installed plate should lie flat on the surface and not spin when pushed. Take extra care not to overdrive the plate, as this will result in cupping. Cupping means that the plate will not lie flat on the insulation and can result in partial or false welds of the membrane over the plates. Likewise, make sure that you fasten the induction weld plate level and straight on the substrate surface. Be careful not to break or compromise the facer on the IKOTherm insulation. An improperly installed plate can break the surface of the substrate, causing a potential leak point. Roll the membrane out over the substrate and let it relax 15 to 30 minutes or as needed to compensate for any residual roll tension. Before using the induction welder on the job site, you must first calibrate the machine. Calibration should be done every morning whenever changing work sites or whenever changing the electrical source or voltage. For accurate calibration, always use the membrane and the plates that will be used during the installation. To calibrate the machine, you will need to place an Innovi Weld TPO induction weld plate in the calibration puck. Then place a piece of the membrane you will be installing. Put the induction weld machine in calibration mode and press start. The machine should then be calibrated. Prior to induction welding, ensure that the membrane is completely clean and free of debris over all induction plates. Locate the first plate to be welded. Center the induction welding tool over the plate and, in accordance with the tool manufacturer's instructions, activate the weld. If an error occurs during the induction welding process, refer to the induction welder owner's manual for corrective action. Use cooling magnets to complete the weld. Debris on the magnet could create pinholes in the TPO membrane, potentially compromising the membrane's watertight integrity. Use a clean cloth to ensure that the surface of each magnet is free of dirt and debris prior to use. Immediately place a cooling magnet onto the membrane, directly over the welded plate. Do not turn or twist the magnet. Keep the magnet in place for a minimum of 45 seconds while the weld cools and sets. The magnet serves two purposes. The first is to apply pressure on the weld, and the second is to control the rate of cooling to ensure a strong bond. Improper placement of the magnet may result in a compromised bond of the membrane to the plate. Repeat the process for each induction weld plate, working across the sheet in the direction of the aligned rows. Move magnets from one row to the next. Place the magnet onto the new weld. Continue the induction welding process by moving to the next induction weld plate location, welding the Innovi TPO membrane to the plates and placing magnets onto the completed welds. Be sure to check the magnets periodically and clean all dirt and debris from each magnet's surface. You are now ready to install the next membrane. Roll the membrane out over the substrate and let it relax to compensate for any residual roll tension. Position the membrane so that there is a 3-inch or 76mm overlap to the first sheet. The Innovi TPO membrane has alignment marks to help with proper alignment of the side laps. Continue the induction welding process using the steps already demonstrated. All membrane field seams must be heat welded using a robot welder to create a minimum 1.5-inch or 38mm weld. Weld all laps using a robot welder. Once you have properly calibrated the welder and successfully completed a test weld, set the welder in the starting position and follow it along, ensuring that it maintains a full weld of the end laps. Weld all side laps using the same procedure. At the point where the robot welder is started and stopped, there will be an unwelded gap in the seam. Weld these short gaps using a hand welder and silicone roller to create a minimum 2-inch weld. Use a seam probe to check the integrity of the welds. Re-weld any gaps found in the completed seam using a hand welder and silicone roller to create a minimum 2-inch weld. This brings us to the close of this installation reference video. For more information about this or any other IKO commercial product, or to find out more about the IKO Approved Applicator Program, please go to our website or contact your local IKO commercial representative for details.